Namaste. Welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir. I'm Yamajit, and welcome to our Friday Puja and Kriya Yoga Satsang. So glad that you could join me. So, for anyone out there who might be new to the idea of Kriya Yoga is an ancient meditative yoga that involves really four different factors. The posture that you're in, sitting in such a way, pranayama, long, slow, deep, yogic breathing. And as you're inhaling, feeling a current of energy coming down the spine, from the crown through the spine to the root, and then exhaling, bringing that same energy up from the root through the crown. Pinealization is the third factor. So in doing Kriya, your eyes are closed, your gaze is focused slightly upward towards your third eye. You can even meditate on the light effect that you might experience. And pranavmentation, the focusing on a mantra during this process, usually something very simple like Om. Before we begin, I'd like to make a few announcements. So every Tuesday, 7 o'clock, we do a satsang, some gentle yoga and meditation. And this coming Tuesday, we're beginning a new series for the next 7 Tuesday programs. We're going to be doing a yoga sequence and meditation connected with each of the 7 chakras. So one new beginning. And then for our Friday pujas, the second and the fourth Friday of the month, beginning this month, we're going to begin a new series on different forms of Kali. So we'll be doing Puja, a little bit of an informational satsang on a different form of the Divine Mother. So this next Friday, we'll begin a series of 15 pujas to a group of forms of Kali called the Kali Nityas. And these are goddesses that coincide with the 15th of the Kali Nityas, Mahakali herself. And actually the fourth last series we've been doing on the Ashtamatrika, the 8 little mother goddesses, and we'll be doing a fire puja to all 8 of them. The third Friday of this month, we'll be doing a Yoga Nidra meditation. So a lot of interesting things coming up this month. As for this evening, something I've really been wanting to teach at this point is the fact that the Kriya process that we do here at Tridevi Chamunda Mandir can really be utilized for any deity that you choose, any deity that you feel close to. Because of it looks like the connection's unstable. Let me wait a second. There we go. So because of the recent events of this week, I thought it very appropriate that we honor the Mahavidya goddess Baglamukhi, form of Ma Kali, group of 10 goddesses called the Dasha Mahavidya, or 10 wisdom goddesses. And Baglamukhi is a goddess of truth and of justice. And so tonight we make the intention for us knowing the truth, for justice in this transition of power, and for wisdom during that period as well. To share a little bit about Baglamukhi's image, we see her holding a club in one hand, and in the other hand, she's holding the tongue of a demon. And that demon is the personification of falsehood and ignorance. And so Baglamukhi represents that form of the divine that transforms ignorance into knowledge and falsehood into truth. So the type of Kriya that we teach here is very ceremonial in nature. And those of you who've practiced with me before probably have some form of altar kit that's used. So this consists of a plate to use as a devotional surface, a lamp of some kind. It can be an oil lamp or a candle. In my lamp, I'm going to use a wick of ghee, a mixture of ghee and beeswax. These are very nice for indoor pujas compared to something like camphor, which tends to produce a lot of smoke and soot. A water pot and a spoon. And in my Kriya kit, I'm using a skunda from Nepal, perfume oil, a mala of some kind. This is one that I actually made last time I was in Nepal. It's a combination of clear quartz and yellow citrine. And for Baglamukhi, yellow is her favorite color. Her clothes tend to be yellow. It's customary to honor her with yellow fruits, like this banana, and yellow flowers for your meditation. And so a yantra like the Sri yantra is an excellent choice. The Sri yantra can be used for any form of the Divine Mother. If you don't have, and actually you could even use a Sri yantra pendant, and it's something you could wear around your neck when you're not practicing, and then put it on the altar and use it as a focus. But something else you could use in place of a yantra, something that Nepali shamans regard as a form of natural yantra, is some kind of crystal or stone. And one of my favorites is this natural garnet crystal. And then the last thing is actually optional. A devotional image of your chosen deity. Again, if you don't have that, it's not really necessary. And this is a brass Baglamukhi statuette. So I'd like to welcome Raphael and Susan, who've signed on, and anybody else who happens to be joining us this evening. And let me just put some glasses on. I just want to see what's coming up in the chat function. I do invite you to say a quick hello using the chat. And again, namaste. So glad you could join me. So this form of Kriya Yoga was taught to me by a tantric guru. And one of the many things he was famous for was this form of Kriya Yoga that's very strongly mantra-based. So we're going to be using the mantra Om during the main Kriya practice, but we're also going to be using the mantra for Ma Baglamukhi, and that mantra is Om Lrim, H-L-R-I-M, Om Lrim Nama, Om, great, creative, expansive, meditative mantra. Lrim, which is Baglamukhi's bij or seed syllable mantra, and then Nama, which means reverence to, or we bow to. I'd like to start with a little warm-up exercise before we begin. And by the way, if you don't have a Kriya kit, that's perfectly fine. You can still take part with the mantras and the meditation. So I invite you to find a comfortable seat. It can be on the floor with a cushion, something behind the hips to tilt the pelvis and help keep the spine straight. If sitting on the floor is not an option for you, you're always welcome to use a chair as well. I invite you to close your eyes with your hands resting comfortably in your lap. And just begin breathing deeply. The full yogic breath that fully fills and empties the lungs. As you inhale, expanding the belly, and then the chest. And then as you exhale, letting the chest come in, and then bringing the belly to the spine. Inhaling, belly, chest. Exhaling, chest to belly. And now as you breathe, as you inhale, I invite you to begin to feel a current of energy entering the crown of the head, coming down the center of the spine to the root chakra in the perineal region. And then as you exhale, feel that same energy moving upwards through that same central channel of the spine called Sushumna, from the root back through the crown. So inhaling, energy down. Exhaling, energy up. And just feel that circulation of the energy coming down and the energy coming back up. My guru, Mira, had a wonderful description of this. She said, as you exhale, imagine you're giving some of your energetic essence to the divine as a gift. And then as you inhale, imagine that you're taking in a gift, an energy gift from the divine into yourself. So as you breathe and you raise and lower the energy, it's an equal exchange of energy between you and the power of the divine. And then behind your closed eyes, I invite you to just very gently, without straining, focus your gaze upwards towards your third eye. And there you may begin to notice something like maybe a great circle of light or a ring of light. Some Kriya bands, people who practice Kriya, sometimes might even see a ring of light, a little star in the center. or something else you might see as a dark blue inverted triangle surrounded by light. And then as you inhale and as you exhale, I invite you to inhale silently, repeating the mantra Om. And then as you exhale and move the energy up, find yourself silently repeating the mantra Om again. Inhaling Om and exhaling Om. Inhaling slowly and deeply. Bringing the energy down and moving it back up. Repeating Om as you inhale. Om as you exhale. Eyes closed. Focused on that third eye region. And now we're going to bring a voice to the practice. So as you exhale and move the energy up from the root to the crown, you're going to sing Om. And then as you inhale, bringing the energy down from the crown to the root. And then exhale again, Om, moving the energy up. Inhale, in and down. Om. And each round is called a Kriya. Om. 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 Take a deep clearing breath. And just allow yourself to release from the meditation. And just breathe normally with your eyes closed and relaxed. And just rest for a moment in stillness and silence. If thoughts or memories or anything else comes into awareness, just use this time to witness it safely from a distance in a non-attached manner. And then slowly open your eyes and bring your awareness back to your surroundings. So again, what we just practiced was the essence of Kriya Yoga. There are various forms of Kriya Yoga, and it's these four things that they all have in common. So the posture, sitting with a straight back, the pranayama, the inhalations and exhalations, moving energy up and down the spine. This is called Kriya Kundalini Pranayama. Sometimes it's referred to as magnetizing the spine. And then focusing the gaze just gently up toward the third eye. And incorporating a simple mantra like Om, either silently, like we first did, or with vocalization, which is how we finish the practice. And as always, if you have questions about any of our programs or the practices we do, please feel free to email me at my YouTube channel. So any questions, comments, feedback, love to hear from you. So we're going to begin the full Kriya process, which opens with a very simple puja, that is devotional ceremony. We're first going to use the water pot to cleanse ourselves, using our hands, anointing our third eye and heart, sprinkling some water on our altar area. We're then going to light our lamp and circle it 3 times with our right hand, offering it to the divine and returning it to the altar. Then lighting the incense, circling it 3 times, returning it to the altar, adding a little water to cool the atmosphere. Then offering the food and anointing our yantra or stone or deity image with some of the perfume oil, and offering some flowers and giving a little bow. During this whole puja process, we're going to be doing the Kriya practice. So we're going to be singing Om, moving the energy up the spine as we sing Om, bringing it down the spine as we inhale. And we'll do that through making our offerings. And then when we have done the puja, we're then going to do a blessing of ourselves and of the space around us. We're going to use the water pot, and we're going to use the Baglamukhi mantra for that. Om Hrim Namah. And then we'll take up our mala, and we'll chant out loud that same mantra 108 times. And then we're going to do rounds of the Kriya like we did toward the end of our opening meditation. Sitting straight, eyes closed, gaze upwards, singing Om, moving the energy up, inhaling, bringing the energy down. And we'll do 36 rounds, 36 Kriyas. And then we'll take some time to meditate in stillness and silence before we end our practice. So if you have your altar kit set up, I invite you to prepare to use that. And again, if you don't have that, that's fine. You can still take part in the chanting and the meditation. So to begin our practice, I invite you to bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And we'll open our practice by chanting Om 3 times. Inhale. Baglamukhi. Inhale and exhale, slowly opening your eyes. And we'll begin the Om chant out loud, moving the energy up and down as we do the cleansing and give our offerings. Om. 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 So taking some water from the pots and cleansing your hands. Om. And with your right hand, anointing your third eye and heart. Om. And then sprinkling some water on your altar and offerings. Om. Lighting your lamp or candle. Om. Om. Taking the flame with your right hand and circling it 3 times. Om. Om. And you can bless yourself with the flame, a little mini arati. Om. Then taking a piece of incense and lighting it. Om. And circling the smoke 3 times slowly. Om. And placing the incense in the holder. Om. And offering a drop of water to cool the atmosphere. Om. And taking up the fruit with your right hand and circling it 3 times. Om. And then placing that back on the altar. Om. Om. Taking the bottle of perfume oil and putting a little oil on either your ring finger or middle finger and anointing your stone, yantra, or image. Om. And a little on your own third eye. Om. And then offering a flower or flowers. Om. Om. And finally, giving reverence. Om. So take a couple of breaths And just notice the effects of the practice so far. And now we're going to do the cleansing or the blessing using the water pot for both ourselves and for our surroundings. So taking some water with a spoon, placing it in your left hand, placing your right hand over it, and we're going to chant our mantra the first time. Om Larim Namah, and sprinkle the water overhead. And then we're going to take 3 sips of water to bless ourselves internally. So placing some water in your left hand and sipping. Om Larim Namah. Second sip. Om Larim Namah. Om Larim Namah. And then whatever water's left in the hand, scattering it overhead. Om Larim Namah. And then placing some more water in your hand. And with your middle finger, ring finger, and thumb, dipping it in the water and placing it on the back of the head where the skull meets the spinal cord, and flicking the rest of the water away. This represents getting rid of all the distractions. Om Larim Namah. And then taking some more water in your left hand, dipping with all 5 fingers. And now we're going to place the mantra in different parts of the body. So first we're going to anoint with all 5 fingers the corners of the mouth. Om Larim Namah. And the sides of the nose. Om Larim Namah. The outer corners of the eye. Om Larim Namah. Both of the ears. Om Larim Namah. And then the shoulders. Om Larim Namah. And the knees. Om Larim Namah. And then flicking the water overhead. Om Larim Namah. And then finally a sanctification of our sight. Taking more water in the left hand, dipping with all 5 fingers. And flicking it forward. Om Larim Namah. Dipping. And to the right. Om Larim Namah. Dipping and behind. Om Larim Namah. Dipping and to the left. Om Larim Namah. And then overhead again. Om Larim Namah. Then taking the mala and anointing it with water. Om Larim Namah. And now we're going to repeat that mantra 108 times. You can close your eyes during this and just feel the vibrations of the mantra. Om Larim Namah. 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 Om Lurim 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 Namah. Om Larim 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 Namah. So just resting in silence, breathing normally, and just feeling the power of the mantra. And slowly opening your eyes and offering the mala, offering a flower, bowing. And again, just noticing the effects of the practice thus far and how you're feeling at the moment. And so now we're going to do 36 rounds of the Kriya practice itself. Sitting with a straight back, eyes closed, gaze slightly up toward the third eye. As you breathe in, bringing the energy down from the crown to the root through the center of the spine. And as you breathe out, you're singing Om and moving the energy upwards from the root to the crown. And I invite you to chant along with me as you do this meditation. Om. 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 Breathe normally. Just relax your gaze behind your closed eyes. And just allow yourself to meditate quietly, in stillness and in silence. Whatever manifests in your awareness, just let yourself witness it from a distance in a non-attached manner. Just letting it come and letting it pass away. And as you feel yourself coming back, just taking a deep and clearing breath. Just letting yourself become aware of your surroundings. So tonight, the sound of my voice, any other sounds in your space. Be aware of your body sitting on the floor or the chair. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin. Clothes draped over your shoulders. You can slowly start to move your fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. Rubbing your hands together vigorously to generate warmth. Placing them over your eyes, slowly opening your eyes and letting a little light in through your fingers. Massaging the face and the scalp and the back of the neck, and the shoulders. Bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Thanking the divine, knowing that her presence is within you and around you at all times. Giving gratitude to yourself for taking this time to join in this practice. And namaste. Thank you. So I'd advise you to take it fairly easy tonight. Hopefully this meditation will lead to a very restful night's sleep with clarity in the morning. Over the next couple of days or so, it's always good to just be a little aware of yourself, how you're doing. Maybe noticing subtle changes that the meditation may have produced. Maybe there's increased calmness. Maybe you find yourself handling a situation a little bit differently from the way you might have before. Maybe little flashes of insight or intuition. Just be aware of those things for the next 2 or 3 days. And I look forward to everyone joining me on Tuesday. We'll be doing some yoga and meditation for Muladhara, the base root chakra. So again, I want to thank everyone for being here this evening. Blessings always. Namaste. Jai Mata Di.